Today I'm going to give you a little tour of tearing this homestead down because of course we are moving to Homestead Park. The cabin mover called and said he's coming next week, which I almost want to fall on the ground. I don't know if it's out of excitement, stress, anxiety, just sheer exhaustion or what. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like around here, which this place is like being torn down. Over there we're building, so we're just exhausted. It's just been so much work and still a lot of work to come. So really moving isn't that fun. I've always said that it's good to have a good home base and do stuff around the world and come back to your home base. Moving home base is not really that great. It's hard and a lot of work. All right, so as you can see behind me, I have the porch off. So that should make the cabin mover very happy. I already have the porch off. And I called because I'll show you over here. Let me show you over here. This is the first time I've ever moved a building. I've just built so much stuff in my life, but I've never actually moved a building. And as you can see, you know, my cabin's pretty big. And so to have it moved is a big deal, you know. We have to have this completely disconnected. And so we had to call the power company, which I did all this, call the power company and asked how that works, how long it takes, like how big of a notice they need. And thankfully they said 1 day. So that's awesome. They call it a cut loose. You get a cut loose from the power, so it just takes 1 day notice. So that's great news. So I can just do that right away. And then the cabin man, also cabin mover, said, get the, no porch. He could move the porch, but I don't want the porch. So that was just an exhausting, huge job to move the porch. And I recycled most of the wood because it was great wood. I didn't want to waste it. So this is kind of what's left of all the wood. It's just this bit right here. And all the wood from the porch is already at Homestead Park, so that part's good. And then, so not much left. I'm almost proud of myself how much of that wood, if you can remember how big my porch was, it was 20 feet long and 8 feet wide. I'm so proud of myself that I recycled almost all of it. I'm also going to recycle this last sill right there, and I'm also going to recycle the stairs, so that'll be great too. I love to use recycled stuff if I can on a homestead. I just like part of my nature. I'm conservative and I love that. All right, I also had to tear these stairs down right here. Those I'm just gonna probably burn. Those are done. And so temporarily I just have these cement blocks, which I can just quickly throw away from the cabin. So right now we're getting the power pole, trying to get the power pole hooked up over there at Homestead Park because we need water for these big animals here, and also I'm going to do an electric fence because of this pony right here. Ponies are great escape artists, so I always have to have electric around the pasture because he'll just like, oh, I can just walk through that, and he'll just walk through any fence. So of course that's a big deal. We had to do the pole twice over there at Homestead Park because the first time it was too far away from the main pole, so we had to, after we had it all set up, I almost wanted to cry. We had to move it closer, so then we had the tractor man out. Can you see Doodles? He's massaging my back. We had to move it closer, which we did. And then the second time, I said, oh, I'm going to make sure this pole is perfect before we bury it and do it again, so we don't make any mistakes and make the same mistake twice. And we realized the pole was actually buried too deep, so we were struggling to try to raise the pole, which is quite a long pole. It was hard to do, but we managed that. So we're all set over there. But then, of course, you have to run wire, electric wire to the well, and then run the water line from the well over to where the corral is going to be for these guys, and really all the animals. We're going to have them all in one section. So that trench was dug, and there's no humanly way I think we could have dug that by hand. At this house, we did it all. We dug all that by hand, but over there is clay and boulders. Even the little backhoe was struggling. So, oh, thankfully we had somebody do that for us. Or I think that would kill us if we tried to do it ourselves. So the next one I'm really worried about is Neil, because Neil is very smart, and he, you know, I'm worried about him. I have to get his pen all put up over there. Very nice for him. Look, he's touching my knee. He's giving me love. I don't know if you can see that. He's like caressing my knee. Neil, you're gonna get me all dirty. I'm gonna go get you a cracker. He's so gentle, and he just like puts his little nose up my knee. Neil, oh, you like your love? I'm giving him some love. Neil, don't push my knee so hard. Sometimes he gets carried away, and I'm just like, what's he doing? So I'm designing, as you can see, look at Neil's little house. I gave him some hay last night to put in his little house because it's been chilly, so it's almost like adding blankets. And look, he put it all in there. He's so, so cute. His new house at Homestead Park is a different design because really he had the same design I'm building at Homestead Park, and then I switched to this, and I built it that way just because that's the wood I had. So, and I noticed he didn't love that one as much. He likes it taller, and that's too low because pigs like to build a mound. Their nest that they build is a mound. And then they kind of get in that mound like a sausage bun. They like get a U in there, but they like that up high. So his new house is going to be more to his liking, what he likes. So I have that about half built, and then I'll just have to do the fencing, which is actually pretty easy. All my chickens are older girls, so that's going to be a little bit easier to move them. What I'll do is I'm going to divide them up, and I'm going to put, there's 6 of them in there. I'm going to put 3 in there with Dum Dum, and then I'll put 3 or 4, I'm not quite sure. I might divide them that way, over there with the other little rooster, Jules. And just temporarily, you know, they'll just be in the flip coops. The good part is, they're a little bit older, so they're not going to be all rambunctious and everything. So I think they'll get along in there for just, you know, short period of time while I get a little coop built. And they're going to stop laying eggs for sure. So that's no problem at all. When you move chickens around and stuff, it's like they usually stop laying eggs because they're too nervous. You got to be calm and relaxed and comfortable to lay eggs. So they're going to be like, what? Where am I? And the good part is we were over there by the horses is Charlie's already spent one night at Homestead Park because I camped out over there with him. And he was my biggest worry. He's just pushy and strong and a handful. So that part makes me happy. I wanted to accomplish that. Okay, so that's the little tear-down tour of Becky's homestead over here in preparation for moving, which is exciting. If I think about it, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait. So I've been doing so much work over there. We're both literally exhausted physically, just so worn out and tired, but not to the point of hurting ourselves, so we can keep going. So I'll see you soon. Happy homesteading. Bye-bye.